Hey beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's video, I feel like there is a bit of a makeup fatigue happening at the moment. I don't know, like obviously there won't be any new launches before the end of the year. And I think everyone's just reached a point where there's been so many new products all over the year that there's just been so many makeup products every single week that I can feel the fatigue. Everyone's just a bit over the new makeup product. So I thought on today's video, I'm not going to show you anything new, but rather what's very, very, very good at Chanel. So I've rounded up my all-time favorite product at Chanel. They are not limited edition. That means they are most likely still available if you like what you're seeing. If you like what you're seeing, well, happy days, because you can still purchase those products. And I really made a conscious effort of choosing products that are available. I don't think it's fair to show products that are always just limited edition. So on today's video, I will talk about the product, apply them, demo them. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and let's get right into it. All right, let's put the hair away. And while I'm doing this, I hope you guys are doing well. We're approaching mid-December already. It's gone so fast, it's insane. And so today we're Sunday. I'm trying to film a little bit more on Sundays, and my husband's actually taking baby girl out for a dinner, a lunch date, and like I do still have a little bit of mom guilt every now and then where I should be giving her all of my time, but like I do need time for myself as well. And I think, and I'm not the only one, we're all guilty of giving all of our times to our kids, whereas I think sometimes it would be beneficial for all of us if we just take some time off and do things for us as moms. So my husband said to me this morning, I'll take her, you do you. So, and it's one of the rare days, and it's not because he's not a great dad or husband, but because he travels so much. He's not around much, and when he is, I know he's tired. Well, I'm tired too, but it's not the same. So they're having a little bit of a day out type of like a date, a dad and daughter date. I think it's so cute. So went to the gym this morning and now I'm filming. I'm happy. The studio is so clean. Yeah, I feel like it's a nice Sunday. Anyway, let's get into the makeup. I'm gonna use, okay, so I said nothing was limited edition except this product, but this, you can find so many other alternatives at Chanel. It's just a primer, it's a base, or it's a topper, it's whatever you like. Chanel Le Blanc has a version as well. So I don't feel guilty to use this because there's plenty of other options that will give you the same result. So this is the Fluide Illuminateur, the Irridescence Illuminating Fluid. This was with the Camellia Futura collection. And you can use it on your body, your face. You can use it over your foundation, under your foundation. I like it as my primer. I think it's really beautiful. It hydrates, it gives a really nice glow. White, pink, pearly glow. And I've put 2 pumps, and I love how it feels hydrating. It's packed with, I think there's water. I don't have the list of ingredients, but I think there is water in it because it feels really soothing on the skin. There is perfume because it is Chanel, and I don't know many Chanel product that doesn't have perfume, but it's, you know, it's this perfume, but once it's been applied onto your face, unless you have a very sensitive skin, otherwise the perfume doesn't stay, like it doesn't linger for super long. It kind of just dissipates and just disappears basically. So this is the base. Obviously this is not a blurring product, and so if your end goal is to blur your pores, this is not gonna work. This is really just to give you that iridescence, that glow, that really, and it's really hydrating as well. But if you have a skin that has a lot of texture, you have a little bit of a larger pore and you want to minimize the appearance, you're not going to be pleased with a product like this. Just stating the obvious here. So, and now we have a very nice and glowy base. Foundation, there is so many good foundation at Chanel. Honestly, I feel like Chanel, they've really upped up their game recently. They used to be, for me, the iconic brand, and then something changed. They just went down a bizarre direction. And I think recently, in the past few months, or maybe since, yeah, maybe this year actually, last year and the year before, all the collections were really strange looking. But I think we're entering a new era, or Chanel is kind of going back to what we've loved Chanel so much. But foundation have always been a very safe and constant at Chanel. They have amazing formula. You have something that is very light, you've got something with skincare, you can have something that is super hydrating, you've got something that is super matte, blurring. There is literally a foundation for everyone, and maybe not every type of budget, because Chanel is not necessarily the cheapest brand, but I think if you do have the luxury of spending some money, Chanel has amazing foundation. And on today, I'm going to go with Les Beiges Water Fresh Complexion Touch. I absolutely love this. I've got shade B30. I also have B40 and B50 because I like to mix them during the summertime. B30 is actually a little bit lighter here than the other foundation, because this is mixed with water. I feel like it's a little bit diluted, but it's just, if you were planning to try it, maybe go in store first and try it just in case. And it's got a kind of a gel-ish texture, but that's because it's packed with water. And I'm going to use my Chanel brush, and I absolutely love this brush. It's beautiful. This is a fluid or powder foundation brush, and it is just such a nice. I like that it's quite dense and it applies the foundation beautifully. And believe it or not, this kind of gives you a light to medium coverage. Super, super hydrating. And quite long lasting. Obviously, I like to set mine. But if you like to have a glowy, very light foundation, you could apply just with your fingers, and it's going to give you a very nice, glowy, light foundation. So very versatile, and I think during the summer when it's really hot, it's a beautiful foundation. So see this side versus this side. So see here, you still see beauty spots, you see a little bit more redness. This is just unifying your skin tone, and the B30 is the perfect shade for me at the moment. So let's do it the other side. So I'm gonna try to do kind of a low buy or almost no buy of makeup in December. So far, since the beginning of December, I have purchased the new blush at Westman Atelier because it is limited edition. It might actually be the only product I will purchase in December, depending. I wanted to buy the YSL collection for Christmas. I'm still debating because I've seen the pictures for the ones coming next year for spring and just at the beginning of the new year, and they look quite similar to the one for the holiday, so I might just wait and get the one from next year. And I really feel that makeup fatigue at the moment, so I don't know, I just feel like I'm happy to use whatever I have here already. So this is how the foundation looks. I love how it gives light to medium coverage. It is actually buildable if you wanted to build your foundation. It's super glowy, it sets, but it's still gonna give you that glow. It's hydrating, it doesn't blur the pores. So if you're looking for something blurring, that's not gonna happen. If you have a very oily skin, this is not the right foundation for you. But if you have a dry skin, normal to combination somewhat, especially in the winter time, this is a great foundation if you want to keep your skin really hydrated. And I just love how easy it is to apply. It's a beautiful, beautiful foundation. Let's go with the concealer. This is a new product, not limited edition. It is absolutely beautiful. It's part of the new collection of Le Teint Ultra Le Teint, my apologies. And I have the shade BR12. And I've just realized the shelf life is only 6 months. That's very surprising for a concealer. The shelf life is usually much longer. So let's see how it looks in 6 months because this has already 2 months and I'm not using it every day because I have so many other concealers, but it is a beautiful concealer. It kind of creates a very thin layer that just melts onto your skin and it really, really hides away because it's quite a good full coverage concealer and it does hide any darker circle. It brightens up. It is a beautiful formula. I could have equally used my Sublimage, but I feel like today I wanted to go with something like this. I would say though, if you have very dry skin, make sure that you hydrate really nicely your under eye area because this has peeled on me once because my under eye was really dry. So, but since I've kind of nailed down the issue, it hasn't happened again. But just because I'm always trying to keep things very honest here, it has happened to me once. All right, let's blend it. And it blends beautifully. It just really melts onto your skin. And this one with the Ultra Le Teint foundation, it just gives you such a nice full-on glam look. It's beautiful. I have the foundation here, but at the moment I have B30, but at the moment it is just a little bit too dark for me. I am tempted to pick up a different shade so I can actually wear it, but I'm trying as much as I can to just finish all, because foundation after a while they go bad. That's just how it works and I really don't want to waste them. So maybe I should just get a different shade like a B20 and mix them together so I can actually wear them. I don't know, let's see. For my blush, these are the cream to powder. I have the shade Rose Ardent. So it is a cream to powder formula. It is beautiful, it's long lasting, it's very easy to build. I've got all the 5 shades here. Yeah, I believe it's 5 shades. And it's a very, it's rare, but that's a very inclusive range for Chanel. It's not a new product. It used to exist a while back and they've discontinued it and now they've relaunched the whole collection. And they have some very deep shade as well. So if you have a darker skin color, there is actually blushes for you. I have shade here, Rose Ardent. It's a very soft pink. It's kind of, it's matte, but there's no shimmer into it, but there is a nice radiance to it. It is beautiful. There's a very soft and delicate perfume, but it's not overpowering for Chanel. It is a good thing. And it's quite easy to apply. I think the trick is to have somewhat of a dense brush. If you have a brush that is too thin, it's not going to pick up. Like it will not patchy, but you will have space that doesn't have product. And I like to use it whenever I wear a foundation that is a little bit more glowy. I find it a little bit more hard to apply when I have a foundation that is completely matte, but that's just personal preference. Right, so I'm gonna apply it with my Patrick Tap brush. And it just melts onto your skin. It is a beautiful blush. It's very soft, it's very delicate, but there are other shades much more pigmented. The red is really nice. You have like a burgundy shade as well. And I feel like I need to wear them a little bit more. because they are beautiful. And the shelf life is 18 months, so that is pretty decent. Something that you would expect for a blush. I think nowadays you can even go to, I think I'm starting to expect product to be up to 24 months. I just feel like with the technology and the amount of product and everything being so much more performing, we should be able to keep our product for much longer. Anyway, so this is the blush. It's very nice. It just kind of gives you that healthy glow from within, just a flush of blush. It is really, really nice. And see, there's no peeling, there's no patching. It's just melting onto your skin. It is gorgeous. Let's move to cream bronzer. This at Chanel, I think, is an iconic product. And I have Les Beiges, the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream in the latest version that came out during spring or summer. I'm not too sure. This is the lightest shade of all the new shade. And it's got somewhat of a little bit of a cool undertone to it. It's a gel-like formula. They have changed the formula. So last year, I believe, or a few years ago, you had the formula that was very oily. It was melting onto your skin, but it was really oily. And I think there was coconut oil into the formula. Really, really not what I was expecting. I was not necessarily blown away by the formula. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. I love the shade, the range of shade. It's a little bit more inclusive. And I don't think Chanel is necessarily known to be the most inclusive brand, just being transparent here. But this formula, this is beautiful. It really melts onto your skin. It's not patchy. It's really, the color, the shade is really nice. It is buildable. I've been really, really impressed with this new formula. And this is the lightest shade, and I'm really liking the lightest shade because it doesn't look like it's bronzy. It's kind of it's almost like a hybrid between a contour and a bronzer, which I quite like every now and then. So I'm just gonna come here and come quite large on the forehead. And I'm using the same brush as for my foundation, just cleaned up. Very, very easy. You know, I think Chanel is one of the brands that you can actually create a very nice, elegant makeup look in very little time, because the products are so, by definition, a little bit more minimalistic, very elegant, very chic. You know, it's not necessarily giving you a full glam, but there's no need to have a full glam every day anyway. And I just love how sometimes when you're a little bit short on time, I tend to reach for Chanel quite a bit because you can apply the product with your fingers. It's very easy. I don't know, there's something to it, and I just know it's always gonna be a good makeup day when I wear Chanel. Let's move to the eyes. So I've got these four, I'm not gonna use all four eyeshadow liner khôl, kind of all 3 in 1. And I have the shade Nude Éclat. So it's a very light kind of nude pink. And it is gorgeous. I don't know if you guys use those pens, but in my opinion, they are such a great pen. So it's just kind of giving you a little bit of a nude pink, a little bit of a radiance. I like to use this one just in the corner or in my eye here or on the waterline. I think it's a beautiful shade, and it's got a bit of a gold nude reflection into it. Then I have the Contour Clair, so a very light brown shade that you could actually use to contour your face because it's a very small stylo. Then I have Electric Brown. It's a nice warm brown shade. And they are crazy long lasting, smudge proof, crease proof. I love them. And my favorite shade is Taupe Fumée. That was with the Camellia Futura collection. So this one here, this one here. If I come really close, see, now you'll see the 4 shades. They are so versatile, so easy to use. You can smudge them with your fingers. Like that's what I mean by, you know, if you're short on time, Chanel is actually really good because you can literally just go with your fingers, smudge it, apply a little bit of eyeshadow with your fingers, mascara, tap your lipstick on, and off you go, and you will still have that very much good looking elevated makeup look. So for today, I'm gonna go with my Contour Clair, this one here. I'm going to apply here at the bottom of the eyelashes and in the crease, and then I'm going to smudge it. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't matter because we're gonna smudge it. So I like to use a brush that is a little bit more dense. This is synthetic fibers and it's good for cream or powder product. It doesn't matter. The only thing that I would say, don't leave it too long before you place and smudge it, because once it sets, it's there, it dries completely and it's not going to move. So I'm literally just adding a little bit of a shadow. I'm gonna do the same onto the other side. And once you smudge it, it's actually quite a light shade. It's not super dark. And I'm gonna add a little bit of an eyeshadow powder. I have this quad and it is the shade Blurry Mauve. So if you have a cool undertone skin, this is such a great palette. It is not too dark, it's not too light. There are 3 matte shades and one that has more of a satin finish. And you've got 2 medium, 1 light and 1 dark shade in the pan. This is such a great everyday palette. It's beautiful, it's easy to apply. Endless looks that you can create with a palette like this. I love this palette. I know it looks like nothing, but it's a beautiful palette. And you know what I find strange lately? And I was looking at my makeup collection and I feel like Chanel and Dior have literally just launched collections that are limited edition, or mainly they've not really increased the collections that are permanent. I think Dior maybe a little bit more with some bronzer, the jumbo bronzer, the normal bronzer, and the liquid blushes, and the Dior Glow Maximizer. But if I look at the Canage eyeshadow, they were limited edition. The Miss Dior, they were limited edition. Lipstick, fine, they're a little bit more always there. But I think, especially maybe more Chanel, it's mainly a lot of limited edition. I don't know, like obviously it's a marketing game and it's because they want to have the people buying, consumers to buy product immediately, whereas if it's part of that permanent collection, you don't have that same urge to buy. But I think it's a little bit of a shame because I love those quads that are a little bit more easy everyday wear, unless I'm mistaken and unless I've focused only on what's new and what's limited edition. But I do have a feeling that the permanent collections have been neglected a little bit. You tell me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. You know, I've been proving wrong in the past, just not with my husband. With my husband, I'm always right. He would say it himself. I am literally always right. That's not true, but you know, just for sake of the argument. Yeah, so anyway, let's go in the palette. I'm going to use the lightest shade in the palette. It is a beautiful shade. Actually, I'm going to swatch it first for you to see. I'm sure some of you guys have this palette at home. It is beautiful, it's soft, it's delicate. It's a great all year around palette. Easy to wear. Let's see, look at this. Cool undertone girlies. You literally have no excuses. This is the palette for you. If you have a very warm undertone skin, I would pass on it. But if you have something neutral, You're gonna love it. Love, love, love. And the formula is nice. It's creamy, not too creamy, long lasting. It's beautiful. It's Chanel the way we like it. Like this. I've seen some pictures of the Chanel collection next year, what's coming, and it's a little bit surprising. Chanel has a new creative director, which I think it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I think Chanel was due to kind of revamp things a little bit. But in terms of makeup, what I've seen for spring is, to say the least, a little bit surprising, I think, anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I like you guys tell me what are your thoughts, but I don't think I was necessarily expecting that kind of vibe. I have my eyes though on a new bag from Chanel. My favorite all-time bag is the Chanel 22, and I wear it so much. Like, it is my everyday bag. So now I'm going with this shade here, the satin finish. And I'm just coming really into the crease. And now with a clean, fluffy brush, I'm just gonna come and clean up a little bit. And for the third shade that I will use is the top one here. And I'm gonna go again with my Chanel brush. This is the Jewel and the number 200. I'm gonna apply it at the base of the eyelashes at the bottom. Not too much, otherwise you look like a raccoon. We're almost there with the makeup. I just want to add a little bit of blush. Just top it up. Just a little bit. I'm going to go with my Joues Contraste. I have shade Malice. And the trick is to go with a very, very light hand, because these are quite pigmented. I really just want to refresh a little bit the blush. That's it. I'm going with the side of the brush that has no blush on it. Voila, just to, you know, just to add a little, and it's got a beautiful radiance into it. Otherwise, onto my eyes, I've added mascara. It is Le Volume de Chanel. It is truly my favorite mascara at Chanel. I do like the Noir Allure, but I think the Volume has a little something more. It's got more, it gives a little bit more volume to your eyelashes. It's just, for me, it's a better mascara to me. I know some of you prefer mascara that is very light. It's just a little bit more giving your eyelashes some length, and that's it. In my case, I like a mascara that it shows that I am wearing mascara. With that said, I do like the Noir Allure of the Christmas collection, the shade Anthracite, because it's not blue, it's not gray, it's not purple, it's not black. It's just that weird, well, not weird, but in between shade that I think is beautiful. Speaking of, on my nails, it is the Chanel nail polish. And if I come really close, you'll see there's a little bit of a silver sparkle in it. It's not completely black. It's kind of that anise shade. I really, really like this. But I went to the gym and, I mean, they are chipped already a little bit because, well, it's been a few days. But it is a really nice shade. But I think that was a limited edition. But I know some of you sometimes are asking. So it's going to be down in the description as well. So for the lips, and that's going to be the only product that I'm gonna add, I have to go with this is the Duo Tenue Ultra lipstick. This is beautiful. This is part of the new shades that were released, well, a few months ago already. I have pink nude and it is so beautiful. If you want something that is crazy long lasting, transfer proof but glossy, this is it. Dior is nowhere near this, and I'm referring to the Dior limited edition for the Christmas collection, the sequin lip gloss that is, in my opinion, a very overpriced sparkly lip gloss. It's nice, some shades are nicer than others, but if you want something that is glossy, transfer proof and long lasting, it's Chanel. Like there's no debate to have here. This is it. Like that's it. And I have been using mine quite a bit because you can see in the bottle there is some, it shows where I've been using it, and I'm quite proud, I'm quite happy when I actually finish some product. I am not going to be making a video of my empties because it's pointless. Like seriously, it's a few foundations, mascara. I like a lot of mascara, but like I have so many products that the chances of me finishing them is very slim. I finished like 2 foundations over the year, 2 or 3 foundations, countless mascaras. Otherwise it's skincare and hair care, and even then like shampoo, but I mean we all go through I don't know how many bottles of shampoos in a year, so that's to be expected. And the trick with this lipstick, you really need to let it dry completely before you apply the gloss top coat. So now the lipstick, the color has completely dry. It's just on its own, it's a beautiful shade. And now I'm gonna add the gloss. And so this is the final look. I see it's kind of that timeless, very elegant, very elevated makeup look, which I absolutely love. So obviously when I film it's a bit longer, but I think a makeup look like this, you can do that in 20 minutes. You can do that so quickly and it's going to last the whole day. I think the only thing that Chanel doesn't have is a setting spray, but you can use the loose powder and just set like I did onto my face. So you still have a lot of the glow, a lot of radiance. The skin is looking healthy, it's looking really good, but nothing is going to be moving. It's really hydrating onto your skin, so nothing's gonna peel, patch, or crease. It is just such a nice makeup look and product. I think there's a reason why we all like Chanel products so much, and I think these products are the reason why. They are good, they're long lasting, you know what you're gonna get, they're not gonna let you down, and it's giving you a really nice makeup look. I think I'm going to be investing a little bit more in the permanent collection, because I think all of these products are so good. They are so good to have in your makeup kit, and like I don't know, I think I want to have a little bit more of those products, even though I really like every new launches, new makeup product. I do like those timeless pieces. It's a little bit like investing in a wardrobe that just fits for a very long time. Sometimes makeup is like that too. So I think I'm going to do a little bit more of that in 2026. Obviously, I love all the new launch and the new collections, but some products are there and they shouldn't be neglected. That is it for me on today's video. As usual, for your convenience, the makeup product I've used on today's look will be listed down below. I want to know what you guys think. Do you have those products? Is it something you would consider? What are your thoughts on Chanel and the new creative director? I really like the new clothing collection. Well, some pieces are a bit extravagant, but I think overall I'm really liking what I see. But I think it's very personal. Some people will much prefer what we used to have. I do like that kind of a little bit more everyday wear. It's still very elegant, it's still very much Chanel, but I have seen some pieces that are just wow. It's very chic, but it's very easy to wear. It's kind of Yeah, I don't know. I'm loving it. I have my eyes on a new bag, so I'll update you guys if I do actually get the bag or decide to pass. I don't know. I'm not too sure. And yeah, so let me know. I wanna hear your thoughts. Also, are you guys buying? Are you doing a low buy? I've posted a poll into the community board, so go have a look. I'm really curious. Are you doing a no buy, low buy, or no, you don't care? You're just too excited and you're just like me. As I said, I think for December, I'm going to try and just do a very minimal low buy. I've got Westman Atelier coming up. Other than that, I think I'm just happy to play with what we have here. And to be fair, like, it is almost already mid-December, so it's gonna go super quick, and then it's Christmas and we're all going to be wearing sparkly outfits and wearing, you know, sparkly makeup that I'm pretty sure we all have already. That is it on today's video. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much guys for watching and being here, and I will see you at the next video. Bye guys.